If you're a beekeeper, keeping track of what's going on in each one of your hives shouldn't be difficult. My family used to struggle with this. We tried notebooks, we tried writing on the lids, but it always took too long, so we'd skip it and tell ourselves we'd remember later. Spoiler, we never remembered. This is why I built HiveLogger around one simple idea. Log your hive in 30 seconds or less. In this video, I will walk you through how HiveLogger makes it quick and easy to keep your records organized so you can spend more time with your bees. First, every hive gets its own QR code that you hang on the back of the hive. Instead of scrolling through a list, trying to find the right hive, and starting a new log, you just open your phone's camera, scan the QR code, and it immediately brings up a new log for that hive. These QR codes are super easy to print from right inside the app. You just select the hives that you want to generate the QR codes for. It then creates an 8.5 by 11 sheet that prints onto 2-inch by 2-inch sheet labels. The required materials and steps to do this are in a link in the description below. If you want to skip the DIY and get started faster, I also sell weatherproof QR tags on my online store. These tags will last much longer than the sheet labels. I've included a link to my online store in the description below as well. With the log up, after you scan a QR code, you select the log type and then immediately begin filling it out. HiveLogger lets you answer as much or as little as you'd like. No questions are required. When you're out there with your gloves on, tapping on the screen and typing in all of your notes isn't always the fastest option. That's where the smart voice logs come in. Just tap on the smart voice log button at the top of each log. You can talk for up to 60 seconds and we'll fill out the log for you. I'll show you how it works. Saw eggs and larvae, end cap brood, saw the queen in the bottom box, good brood pattern, mite count of 3. As you can see, it processes for a second and then fills out that log for me. It will only answer the questions I talk about and leave the rest unanswered. It also takes everything I said and summarizes it into 2 or 3 sentences and puts it in the notes below. It's highly accurate in my experience. The clearer you speak, the better it does. It's not flawless, but it's consistently faster than typing out your whole log. Smart voice logs are a part of the HiveLogger Pro plan. I'll cover pricing near the end. The third major way to improve speed is through multi-hive logging. Let's say you're going through and treating 5, maybe 10 of your hives all at once. You don't want to have to go through the app, log the same exact treatment separately for each of those 5 hives. That's where you'd use a multi-hive log. From the dashboard, you select the multi-hive log tile. You then select whichever hives you want to apply this treatment to. When I click done, a log comes up. I can change it to treatment or any of the 4 different log types. I then can fill out this log, and when I click done, it applies to every one of the hives that I selected. No more wasted time logging each one of those separately. Outside of logs, there's many other features I've built into HiveLogger to make it your personal beekeeping hub. First, tasks. You can assign tasks directly to a hive. For example, if you want to add a super to Hive 3 in 4 days, you can create a task for it and assign it to Hive 3. In 4 days when it's due, you'll get a notification right on your phone. Let me show you how it works. From the Task tab, I click the plus button in the top right. I can add the title. I select the date, 4 days from now, and I can also associate the hive, Hive 3 in this case. Now, if I have something like a treatment or a feeding that I want to associate more than one hive with the task, I can do that. The Task tab will aggregate all of those tasks into a single group so that it declutters the entire list. If I'm standing outside of H3 and I wanted to see what tasks I had assigned to it last time, there's an easy way to do that. Back in the Hives tab, if I click on H3, you can see right in the task tile what tasks are due at this moment. Every hive also has a permanent note section that lives separate from your logs. This is where you keep information that doesn't change visit to visit. For example, queen genetics, box configuration, hive temperament, anything like that. It's there every single time you open the hive. You can find it by going into the hive, tapping on the hive info tile, and inside the hive details, enter in any of those notes you want to keep permanently. For those of you that have scales or temperature sensors, you can insert a link into this Hive Notes. Then, when you click on the hive info tile, it will ask you if you want to open the link or if you want to edit the hive info. This can be super helpful to get to that scale and temperature sensor data really quickly. Next, reports. When you need your records for local permitting, insurance, or anything else, HiveLogger makes it super easy to export your Hive and apiary data right from within the app. For those of you wanting to do data analysis, you can export it as a PDF or a CSV. Let me show you how that works. From the Dashboard tab, I click the Reports tile. From here, I can select the report type. The options are all apiaries for all of your data, apiaries to choose a single apiary, or a hive to choose one specific hive to get a report for. Then I can choose a file format, which is either PDF or CSV, and then click Generate Report. From here, I can easily print this report or export it to any other software I'd like to use. Now, to quickly go over a few other important features. The dashboard gives you a full overview of your inspections due, tasks due, your hives, your apiaries, and everything else important. You can generate reports and also do those multi-hive logs right from this view. If you're setting up a new apiary or adding a bunch of hives and just getting started, in the Hives tab, when you go to add a hive, you can select multiple. What this lets you do is add up to 50 hives at once just by specifying which apiary you want to add them to, a prefix, so something like H, hive, maybe the location name, and then a starting and an ending number, and it will create hives using that prefix and the starting and ending number for up to 50 hives at once. This really speeds up the onboarding process of using HiveLogger. Lastly, the app also works offline. If you have a yard or location with no cell service or really poor cell service, you can use the app like you normally would. You open it up, it will go into offline mode and let you know. You can do all of your logs as you normally would, and when you reopen the app with an internet connection, it will sync all of those back up across your devices. The only feature that requires internet right now is the smart voice logs. HiveLogger is free to download. In the free tier, you get one hive and one apiary and access to all of the core logging features. If you want unlimited hives, unlimited apiaries, smart voice logs, and reports, HiveLogger Pro is $3.49 a month or $34.99 a year. Those are the US prices as of when I recorded this video. All new customers get a 30-day free trial, so you can try everything out and cancel anytime before the trial ends without being charged. Check the App Store or the Play Store for the most recent pricing in your country. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button below. I'll be putting out more videos on how to get the most out of HiveLogger. Download link is also in the description below.